Bank has taken a Go Green journey to make sure to protect the environment of Uganda through planting trees. We have started this on Environment Day in April. We did the tree planting in various schools, while in West Nile here we planted in Kajukeji Health Training Institute, where we planted over 600 trees, and we proceeded to Arua city, where we have chosen 5 schools to plant over 1,000 trees, of which we have chosen schools within Iv Division. Iv Division, we have chosen Nunu Primary School for care, and other schools. Nunu has benefited from 300 trees, for care 200, and the rest are divided into the other ones. Yeah, that is what we have done.
Why choose the schools?
Yeah, we believe schools they have children, and these 2 species we have selected are mostly fruits and other hardwoods. Now, with the schools, many schools have suffered from wind blows. Many roofs have gone off for very many schools, including this one, Nunu Primary School. Some years back, the roofs were blown off. So we chose this with the help of city councillors. They chose Nunu Primary School because of its open area. They want to have these schools filled with the trees so that students can have the comfort to study in these schools, and also to protect the structures of the school.
We're also trying to push for sensitization of environmental protection amongst the young people.
Yeah, you will realize our Go Green is we do it with some function kind of. So when we do function, we invite the communities around. We invite the leaders of the community to do sensitization so that they can reach out to the community to see the importance of trees, the importance of having green environment around us. So we do sensitization. We call leaders of various capacities to come and sensitize. So we do not only stop at planting, we make sure we sensitize. Like today, we have sensitized all these peoples to go and also implement it in their families. If you plant a tree today, tomorrow this tree will help you, will help your generations to come.
We are really encouraged, and we are very happy of this step which has been taken by the city for greening the city, whereby they chose this school, Nunu Primary School, as one of the school where it can be launched. And we, as the Nunu Primary School, with the staff, pupils and the parents, hope to keep it up and also spread this news to the neighboring institutions, whereby we maintain this spirit of keeping the environment up. We are imparting the spirit of greening the environment, whereby we encourage the children to plant trees, fruit trees, and then we also encourage them to plant flowers in the environment to keep greening, and then also green grass in the environment to protect the environment.
How are you going to ensure these trees grow? Many times people plant trees but forget about growing the trees.
Yes, we have a club where we encourage these children to work under the trees every Thursday. They meet, they work under the trees, then they also have their strategies of maintaining these trees. That's why you can see these flowers being grown in the 2 years I am here in. So with them, we can still encourage them to also take this one to their family, their homes where they come from, so that this one this message is spread all over and they grow with it for future maintenance of the environment.
I would like to use this opportunity to thank God and to most sincerely thank KCB Bank for coming to our aid to support the greening of our primary schools, starting with Nono Primary School. For us in education, environmental conservation is a basic minimum requirement. Actually, indicator number 9 of the basic requirements and minimum standard indicators for every school in Uganda requires that we conserve the environment. Guest of honor, before these schools became part of the city, even finding a greenery here was unheard of. We had to put it to the teachers and the school administrators to emphasize greening the environment, and that's why you are seeing some scattered trees growing up here. And I want to thank the teacher and our team for taking up our advice seriously. And the schools that do not implement this requirement, sometimes we sanction them because of the seriousness we attach to greening, not only as an aspect of environmental conservation, but as a livelihood for all of us. And you know, it is in a school that you can teach people habits that they keep for life. And we emphasize these paths because we don't want these children, when they grow up, to walk anyhow. In our streets, currently Arua city is facing, the central business district is facing a crisis where people hardly respect the greenery that we put there. They step on them, they jump over them anyhow. An indication that at school they were not empowered to value greenery. They were not empowered to work properly when they were in school. And that is why we are grateful to you, KCB Bank, for coming to our aid. And as the principal environment officer said, we normally team up together to make sure we inspect this greenery, and we will come and inspect and ensure that these trees survive for continuity and for future.
So with the trees, there are a lot of things which we can do. And nowadays people complain of poverty. People have land is not doing anything. My honorable councillor, you encourage people to invest in tree planting. Now there's a lot of money. You can see charcoal is at 60,000 per bag. A cubic meter of firewood is now 60. You encourage the school children as they prepare for their future. They could plant trees now in a plot, and then when they reach secondary, they will use it for school fees. And many of us who will want to sell land in order to buy piki, first invest in tree planting. Plant eucalyptus, at least 2 acres of eucalyptus. After 5 years can buy you the motorcycle you want, other than now selling the land on which you are supposed to have do farming. So with the trees are very important. Our children of today, please, let's plant trees for your future. With the trees, you are investing in your future. So we take it up. Today is very, very important. Let's from here we go and plant, though the time for planting is becoming smaller, because when you plant now and you don't water them, they will not survive. But I urge you all to plant trees and such that we have a better environment to live in. And for KCB, I want to say I'm very thankful to you. And maybe from here, with what you have done, I would urge all members to go and open an account with KCB Bank. I want to thank you very much for what you have done. You have made history in Nunu International Primary School, and this one is not going to stop here. We are going to make a follow-up of what has been done today. As promised by the head teacher, we shall make sure we make a follow-up. And very soon, the city is going to organize competitions for this environment, for environment management in primary schools. With the support from my colleague, education officer, we are going to organize competition. And no, please make sure your trees survive in order to do better in that competition, which is just to be organized. And I want to appreciate what Nunu has already done. You can all see for yourselves the work you have done. I'm sure this other portion is left for parade, but classroom block. But the honorable councillor is here. We can ask for more land, and we will plant here trees. So our children, whenever they are reading, they come and read under trees. Some of us, you see us like this, we read under trees. We had a good environment. That's why we are now working. So if we also have the same here, I think our children will study better. They need a very good environment for studying. And children, please, you make sure you ask your parents to plant trees in the homes, and the trees will give you everything you want.
Here for His Worship Marlon Avutia, the Division Mayor of Aivu and the host mayor where Nono Primary School is located. I therefore would like to take this opportunity in a very special way to welcome all of you to Nono Primary School, which is within Aivu Division. Secondly, I bring for you heartfelt greetings from His Worship the Mayor, who so much is a lover of greening and environmental conservation, and would have loved to be here in person, but was not able to make it due to health reasons, and is in the person of me. 3 words that he told me that I should communicate here. 1, to give a vote of thanks to the KCB management for greatly contributing to environmental conservation in this city, and more particular in Aivu Division. And being a city with a refugee population of over 24,000, according to the recent census, we have a number of partners who are working within this city, some of whom have thematic areas of environmental conservation. And therefore his urge was, let it not remain with KCB. We appreciate you a lot, but other partners, please kindly, through the relevant offices and the office of our RCC of Arua City, take up the challenge and support us. As the political leaders, for us, we shall offer for you the enabling environment, do the mobilization, and make sure that the Go Green campaign is a success and we are able to save our environment across this city. Lastly, a challenge that, first of all, should go to our technocrats, who are the environmentalists. Recently, our media has been awash with the unfortunate incident that occurred in Chitezi. And therefore, our plea to you, you are our technical eyes. Kindly, when you are formulating priorities of your different sectors, please prioritize environmental conservation, waste recycling, among other key activities, and let us as councils do the approvals and get the funding for this, so that we may have a very clean city in the years to come. In a very special way, I would also like to thank the management of Nono Primary School and Pokea, where these two projects, the demonstrations, have been established, for allowing this partnership. Your challenge and my challenge will be to make sure that these trees do not go to waste. Let us join hands to make sure that these 300 seedlings or more remain in their intact state. And if possible, also encourage our children to pick a leaf from here and translate this into household Go Green campaigns too. I know my brother is up here because time has run out, and that is true. In a very special way, I would also like to welcome our RCC to Aivu Division. We look forward to working with you.
I want to thank this commercial bank called KCB for making strategic investment and giving back to the people where you invest. It is very important. I was cracking a joke with the branch manager. I said, now you have brought this thing here where there is no money. Will you really get a rate of return on your investment? He said, there is money here. And indeed there is money. For as long as you create innovation and activities that should enable you to create money, there is money everywhere. Especially in Arua, there is money. But I want to thank you that you're even investing in the areas that can give you money in future. Because the over 1,000 seedlings you have brought for your activities in Arua, if you cut these trees in the next 20 years, it will be in the hundreds of millions of shillings. But you're investing it for the public good, to protect our environment. And you can see the CEO was saying this school was bare previously, but now you have they had started an initiative of planting trees, which is a good thing. So I want to ask everybody listening here to clap for KCB that they are doing the right thing. The things you're doing it at such a time where the world is suffering from the vagaries of climatic change. When there is a flood, the flood is enormous. Plus, but also when there is heat, the heat is intense. That you will struggle to look for where a shade is. And that's when you can afford to get some bit of a breather. If there is heat, nobody would admire sitting under this manufactured shade here. You will look for where a tree is. And I think you are saving 1,000 lives of our planet living creatures. You are not only saving human beings, but you are also saving other creatures, birds, and other crawling and living things that you would want to think about.